In previous episodes, we pondered why mice seem to have no innate fear of an obvious natural predator, the common ball python. A healthy fear of predators is a lesson that mice must somehow learn. We know they can because contract research organizations performing mouse model research in the pharmaceutical industry will sometimes use snakes or cats to induce fear or stress in mice to test the effectiveness of stress-relieving drugs. In our maze environment, mice seem to consistently walk directly up to pythons, and therefore to their doom.
In episode 5, our young commentator conjectured that perhaps given that mice are known to be capable of learning and memory, they can learn that snakes are dangerous if they observe a fellow mouse being eaten by a snake. But unfortunately, mice don't remain still long enough to reliably observe anything. They are prone to wander off rather than see what you want them to see. Therefore, in order to teach mice this simple fact, our young commentator conceived of a viewing platform, a box with a clear front that would keep a mouse in position to view the lesson.
It took us a few months, but we finally constructed such a viewing device. We call it Mouse University. Features of Mouse University include 2 academic-looking vertical pillars in front, with a clear plastic screen between them. A hinged ceiling so that the mouse student can be dropped inside, and closed to keep him or her in there.
With our academic institution thus created, we are ready to put it to the test. We release a first mouse into the maze with Fromage, the male ball python. It doesn't take long for mouse number 1 to walk up to him and be caught. Now we bring in the second mouse. This one is the student in Mouse University. We position the university next to Fromage while he eats the first mouse. We make sure that the student mouse has a great view of the event, a front row seat. Look at this fabulous show that Fromage is putting on for the mouse student. How could anyone fail to appreciate the lesson here, watching this?
At the end of the lesson, Fromage becomes curious about the new structure. He pokes and prods a bit on the viewing pane. This is surely a harrowing visual display for the mouse student. Perhaps the adrenaline cements the newly acquired knowledge that snakes are dangerous. Finally, his job complete, we remove Fromage from the maze.
Now that the lesson is over, we turn the university around to face the wide-open maze. We place Escargot, the female ball python, into the maze. Then we remove the educated student mouse from the university and release him back into the maze. No longer held back by the university and able to choose where he walks on his own, will he use his knowledge to avoid the snake, which would indicate that he learned the lesson? If so, escargot will finally have to slither around and work for her meal. Or will the mouse walk right up to her, which would indicate that the lesson was over his head? It looks like escargot still doesn't have to work hard. Her meal walks right up to her as if he had never been educated.
Sadly, it appears that going to Mouse University is about as effective as going to Trump University. A lack of education can be a real disadvantage in the maze of life.